Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I wanted to go ahead and make a manifestation video. I feel like it's been a while since I've done one of these. I feel like I've been uploading more tarot card, like love reading type videos. So yeah, I definitely want to go ahead and make a video just reminding you of affirmations you can be using to manifest whatever it is that you're manifesting. Okay, I want to go ahead and read a couple of excerpts from The Power of Imagination, the Neville Goddard Treasury. Okay, I recently got this book. Before doing that, I did want to go ahead and pick some cards from my manifestation, law of assumption, quote unquote oracle deck, if you will, to just remind you of affirmations and mindsets that you should be harboring in order for you to manifest whatever it is that you want. If you're new to my channel, yeah, some of these concepts may be new, but let's just go ahead and shuffle the cards to see what you can be focusing on right now. Okay, so the first affirmation we have here is I'm the prize, I'm on the pedestal. Okay, nothing wrong with saying that. Okay, this doesn't make you selfish. It just makes you value yourself and prioritize yourself more, set better boundaries so you can attract better, so you can attract the best versions of people. I love that we got this card right after I only manifest the best version of everything. I think this is so true. This is definitely something that we should be focusing on whenever we are manifesting. I know a lot of you want that job, that SP, that love. Make sure that it's up to your standards, or even if you're someone who never had standards, okay, that's okay. Like, we've all been there. Life is all about learning and growing. Make sure that you're working on yourself to accept the best, so you don't have to keep going through trauma again and again, suffering. Okay, we don't have to suffer. We do not have to suffer. I think that's also something that we collectively need to get rid of, a mindset or mentality that we need to get rid of. It's like a lot of us have suffered at some point, and we should definitely use that to our benefit, to want better for ourselves, but it's not a cycle that you need to keep going through. Okay, the other card we have here is I'm always respected, valued, and loved on. I really like this. Okay, you deserve to be respected, valued, loved on, no matter what. Okay, you deserve to be loved. You deserve everything, even at your lowest. You do not always need to be high vibrational and perfect for you to get what you want. Okay, you deserve to have someone by your side even on your worst days. You deserve to be loved holistically and unconditionally. So definitely incorporate that into your affirmations, especially if you're trying to manifest a specific person or love. Okay, we also got I only focus on positive thoughts and experiences. Okay, I only focus on positive thoughts and experiences. You guys, this is a great way to shift your mindset instantly. Okay, you see something triggering happening in your 3D, you have to have some sort of affirmation to fall back on in order to avoid spiraling downwards. Okay, let's say you saw something triggering about a third party. No one compares to me, I'm irreplaceable. No, this is just a bridge of incidents that's gonna help me get to where I want to be. And every time you do this, every single time you think or even just say a positive thought, even if you don't believe in it, you create a new neural pathway. You literally rewire your brain, your mindset. Okay, so definitely do that. Tell yourself, like, okay, yeah, it's fine, this is temporary, this too shall pass. I've seen so many things, so many circumstances just completely obliterated, out of the way, okay, just because people decided to think more positively. And that's exactly what you have to be doing. Okay, if you really want to manifest your desires fast, even if you waver here and there, that's okay. The key is to not spiral downwards for days on end. Okay, something happened, it triggered you, it's okay, it can disappear, can and will disappear. An affirmation I really like saying that I got from Nea's channel is I am unmoved by circumstances, therefore circumstances shift in my favor. Okay, anything that you want to change, whether it be something going on in the world, the outcome of something you don't like, something in your personal life, I am unmoved by circumstances, and therefore circumstances shift in my favor. Okay, we also got I am always valued and prioritized. I've always been valued and prioritized in relationships and jobs and love and career, everything. Okay, you have always just been loved and prioritized. It's your natural state. It's always been that way. It's easy for you to receive love. I feel like for a lot of you, maybe you give a lot, and maybe because you give a lot, you might feel uncomfortable receiving. Or maybe, you know, this could also have to do with self-esteem issues. Maybe you thought, oh, you're not pretty enough, you're not rich enough, you're not this enough, that enough to receive, and you always have to be giving. So sometimes when people do buy things for you, do things for you, maybe you self-sabotage it. I remember I had a problem with this. Anytime, like, you know, someone would buy me a drink, or my friends would buy me a drink, like maybe I'd end up like spilling it, or like I do something to like self-sabotage it, like, oh, this person, you know, gave me something, wow, like I feel like I need to do something back for them immediately. It doesn't always have to be that way. That's not to say don't be generous, but also get comfortable with receiving. Okay, the world is literally yours. Abundance is in abundance. Okay, so just really tap into that mindset. Everything is, you know, in abundance. And I feel like if more people did that, you know, there'd be less like bad things happening in the world. Okay, people really tapped into, like, you know, their internal value, the abundance mindset. We wouldn't have to kill people for, you know, bad reasons, like wars, this, that, right? So this benefits everyone, you guys. The law of assumption, manifestation, whatever you want to call it, this is so important, and I wish more people learned about this, because, you know, if more people went inwards and just focused on saying these affirmations, the energy would change. Or if you don't believe in energy, the mindset would change. People, you know, would have like a great you know, like if everyone collectively shifted their mindset from that of scarcity to abundance, there would be, you know, a lot more peace even in the world. So, like, you know, spread this message of love, positivity. We're all abundant beings. Okay, we don't need to, you know, harm anything to get what we want in life. Okay, trust when I say, if more people think like this, okay, people will come up with better solutions, ideas, you know, that are more sustainable, better for the economy, ecology, you know, everything. But this does require a mindset shift, so be very lucky. You are lucky that you found this channel, that you're into law of assumption, that you're into manifestation. Okay, for a lot of you, you're here because of someone, you know, maybe you're manifesting a specific person, a job. All of this is just helping you shift inwards, and if everyone had this massive shift, or everyone had the shift within them, we would, you know, collectively shift. And I genuinely feel like, you know, world peace would be a thing. I constantly manifest that every day, you know, with everything going on. And if everyone is peaceful, if everyone's happy, you know, that comes back to us. That's why there's no point ever having a scarcity mindset, because it's like, if you don't give, and, you know, a lot of you are givers, and that's a really good thing. It's benefited you, but also feel comfortable with receiving, because when there is like a, you know, good like equal take of giving, receiving, equitable take, whatever, that just benefits everyone as a whole. Okay, so even if you don't have, like, you know, money or resource or whatever to, you know, give to people, like, you know, give knowledge, spread, you know, these ideas of, like, you know, being in an abundance mindset, and you know, thinking good thoughts, thinking positive thoughts. Okay, thoughts also, like, a lot of times do manifest. Okay, so that's just a message that I really wanted to share here. And listen, like, you know, when everyone else is happy, we're happy as well. Everything that we do comes back to us, quite literally, because it's like, think about it, like, you know, if you're generous, you share with other people, that creates a ripple effect of positivity that eventually comes back to us. I think a lot of people, maybe, you know, they won't believe in, like, karma. They're all like, oh, that's, like, you know, woo woo, this, that. But I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, you know, you give to people, you're generous to people, you know, people are more likely to do good things for you, for your community. That's why, you know, fostering relationships, you know, again, just all of this is so important. Okay, this is definitely a mindset to keep in mind. That's why, you know, there's no point, like, you know, there's a third party competition, there's no point dissing them, there's no point, like, you know, being mean, whatever. Just go inwards, go in your mind, realize, okay, you know what, I created this, I can uncreate this. Okay, no need to, like, you know, let these triggers rule your life. These triggers are just something that, you know, are waiting to be, like, balanced or addressed within you. Okay, everything happens for your liberation. I have this divine feminine oracle deck, and I really love one of the affirmations, like, I choose to become more love, everything happens for my liberation. Okay, yeah, we also got here, I fully believe in my manifestation abilities. Even if you don't believe it, just say it. Just say this affirmation. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. It's always working. Just say that. Soon you'll start believing it. Soon it'll become second nature, right? A lot of us, you know, when we learned how to, like, read, we didn't really know how to read. It probably felt really foreign to us. We had no idea what was going on. I remember, like, you know, I was really bad at math. I had to use, like, my toes and fingers to count. Okay, now I'm way better at it. It takes some practice. Okay, just like everything else, manifestation takes a little bit of practice, but if you keep at it every single day, even if you just like, say a couple of affirmations every day, something will click, something will shift. I have never seen anyone who put in effort that didn't get at least, some results. And now is the time for us to really tell ourselves, our subconscious mind, we get our full manifestations because we fully believe in our manifestation abilities. Okay. Anyways, I want to go ahead and read a couple of excerpts from The Power of Imagination. I really love this book so much. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm just now reading this. I like Neville. Maybe I don't agree with every single thing he says, but definitely he has a lot of very valid advice. I believe he learned from Abdullah, who was he was like his teacher. And there's this whole thing about Neville being in Barbados. Like Neville wanted to go to Barbados first class, and he would keep going to Abdullah. He's like, oh, okay, I got a flight to Barbados, but it's not first class. And Abdullah would just like slam the door in his face and be like, no, you're gonna get to Barbados on first class. Do not give up until you get that reality. Okay, like I love those like Neville memes. If you guys have seen it, literally just look up Neville, Abdullah, Barbados. Like this will really make manifestation sink in for you. Okay. But let's just go ahead and read a couple of excerpts from this. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna read this part. Okay, I believe he got a lot of his credits to the Kabbalah mysticism. I believe the Kabbalah. I actually went to a couple of Kabbalah classes. It's really cool. I believe that every single religion text talks about manifestation in some way, shape, or form. Christianity, Hinduism, Islam. I've talked about like duas and qadr. I myself, I'm Hindu, and I've talked about just like a lot of manifestation concepts are derived from Hinduism. Christianity, I know like there's a lot in the Bible about manifestation. Buddhism as well. I really like the term omnism, like the fact that all religions are valid, that there's truth in all religions. I just want to point that out there, give credit where it's due. But anyways, so there are Bible quotes in this, and you don't have to be religious, and you don't have to be Christian to like read this. I know sometimes when people see like quotes from like religion, maybe they can associate that with something, right, like from like any religion. Like this is Neville actually talks about, he definitely does reference the Bible, but he also talks about like, the God consciousness within, right? Like the Christ consciousness within. And again, this is just something that I'm sharing with you. Like I like sharing beliefs from different religions. Again, I have talked about other religions. But the information in here is priceless. Me personally, I'm Hindu. I'm probably gonna stay Hindu for the rest of my life. But it's really cool learning about other religions. I'm also into like, it's just cool just learning about the manifestation aspects of all religions. So I just wanted to share this with you. He does use the word God a lot. Okay, so I mean, if this is not something that's like that you feel comfortable with, whatever, that's okay. It's completely fine. But I definitely do think there's a lot of like very useful information in this book. Okay, so and it's good to be open-minded. It's good to just see like other people's beliefs. It's good to see it's good to learn, because every time we learn, we expand our consciousness, right? Whether we learn about another religion, math, geography, whatever, right? So like never stop learning. But anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and read this. I keep like rambling. Okay, so I'll just like read what I highlighted. In the beginning was the unconditional awareness of being, and the unconditioned awareness of being became conditioned by imagining itself to be something, and the unconditioned awareness of being became that which it had imagined itself to be. So did creation began. Okay, by this law, first conceiving, then become the conceived. All things evolve out of no thing, and without the sequence there is not anything made that is made. Okay, so Neville definitely had a different way of talking. I kind of had to like read things a couple of times to figure out what he was saying. Okay, but anyways, we got before Abraham or the world was I am. When all of times shall cease to be, I am the formless awareness of being, conceiving myself to be man. By my everlasting law of being, I am compelled to be and to express all that I believe myself to be. I am the eternal no-thingness, containing within my formless self the capacity to be all things. I am that in which all conceptions of myself live and move and have their being, and apart from which they are not. I dwell within every conception of myself. From this withinness, I ever seek to transcend all conceptions of myself. You guys, this really made something click within me. By the very law of my being, I transcend all conceptions of myself only as I believe myself to be that which does transcend. I am the law of being, and beside me there is no law. I am that I am. I love that. You guys, transcend all conceptions of yourself. Transcend the past. Transcend past versions of yourself. You went through certain things in the past that you didn't like. Transcend that. Okay, it's over with. Past doesn't exist. It's just your memory of it. You can change your memory of anything. Okay, you can revise your entire timeline by changing your perception of things. Okay, and transcending conceptions of yourself, of, you know, like beliefs that you have about other people. Okay, really the change does start within yourself. It starts by changing your perceptions on certain things. Okay, so yeah, just focus on this. I like that as an affirmation. I transcend all conceptions of myself, or I transcend the conceptions of myself that no longer serve me. Like, this basically just helps you get into that God state, or if you don't feel comfortable saying God, like, you know, the operant power reality state where you are in control of everything. Okay, so definitely do you know, practice that. Anytime you feel kind of like hopeless, you see something triggering in the 3D, just tell yourself, no, I transcend all conceptions of myself. I really like, you know, the affirmation that I talked about in this video. I'm unmoved by circumstances, therefore circumstances shift in my favor. And I've talked about this a couple of times, even from the Jose Silva method. He talks about, you know, saying, I am trained, I am trained, I am trained, you know, whenever something triggering happens to me, I would just keep saying, I'm trained, I'm trained, I'm trained, which, you know, short form for I'm trained to think positively. I'm like, my mind is trained, you know, because I've worked so much on myself. I, you know, saturate my mind a lot, robotically affirm. I'm not going to let like a couple of things in 3D bog me, right? So that's why I'll say things like, I'm trained, I'm trained, I'm trained. Okay, so yeah, definitely just try that. I really like this book. You know, you don't need to like read Neville to manifest. Just do whatever you feel like you want to do. I personally like learning, reading books, expanding my knowledge, consciousness. I feel like that really helps things get into place, and I feel like everything is a manifestation. Maybe, you know, because I was manifesting something, I found this book, and that's gonna help me strengthen my manifestation abilities even more. Okay, just make everything work in your favor. I also do want to let you know that I have a Patreon where I will be posting more excerpts from this book and my neuroscience books. You know, I also talk, yeah, I give a lot of like facts about the brain and neuroscience on my Patreon, just motivational quotes and affirmations every day to keep you on track with your manifestations. We also have a science challenge going on where I give you signs to look for, and anytime someone sees those signs, every single person in that group, you know, gets closer to getting their manifestation. So if you want to be part of a like-minded group that's manifesting the same things, check out the description box below where you'll find my Patreon. You can sign up for that through there. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I intend that every single person you're watching this video gets their manifestations for the good of all and harm to none. And yeah, I will see you all next time.